Okay, but got it? It says the table below represents the function f of x. What are the corresponding values of h of x and possible graph of h of x for the transformation if you multiply by, alright, multiply by 1/3. So you're going to multiply your y's by 1/3. Now if you multiply by 1/3, I hope you know that that's smaller than 1. That means it's going to be vertically compressed by a factor of 1/3. Alright, so we're going to graph our same points, and they are exactly actually the same as they were before. Left 5 up 2, left 2 up 2, over 0 down 3. These are the same as they were. Okay, let's connect our old ones. You can see I just zoomed in because it's going to be a lot closer now. That's the old graph. The new graph, I take my y's and I multiply by 1/3. So 2 times 1/3 is 2 over 3. 2 times 1/3 is 2 over 3. Negative 3 times 1/3 is negative 1. 1 times 1/3 is 1/3. And negative 2 times 1/3 is negative 2/3. Now if we graph these, I go left 5 up just a third. Oh, I'm going to put them in orange. This is the new one. Left 2 up just a third. Over 0 down negative 1. You can see this is going to be real short and squished, isn't it? Left 3 down a third, or excuse me, up a third. So we're still keeping the horizontal. Over 5 down almost, down 2/3, which is almost down 1. Connect now. You can see how this graph looks like it's like somebody took their shoe and just stepped on it, huh? Same type of shape, but it's been stepped on. We're almost done, I promise. Problem 5 will go faster than the other problems. The graph g of x is the graph of f of x, which was 4x, compressed vertically, let's circle this, by a factor of 1/2. And then it's been reflected in the y-axis. Let's talk about that. To be compressed vertically by a factor of 1/2 means you multiply the y values by 1/2. To be reflected in the y-axis means you multiply, or you change, let's write that down, you change the x values. Alright, let's go ahead and apply that. So we have y equals 4x as the original. Now what they want us to do here is they want us to multiply by 1/2. Okay? So we need, what is half of y? Well, half of y is half of this. So our new one is going to be, our new y value is going to be 1/2 of the original of what y equaled. Okay? Now that's going to be kind of difficult for some people. But all I did is I multiplied the original by 1/2. You have to understand these two y's are not the same. Okay? If you want to multiply by 1/2, you change this side because that's what y equals. So that's so far, and then we have to change the x values to show the reflection. So we do y equals 1/2 of 4 with a negative x now. So let's rewrite everything. That's y equals 1/2 of 4 is 2 with a negative sign makes minus 2x. And that's it. But they did want us to use g of x. So we're going to say g of x equals negative 2x. And this, I think, is going to be people's hardest problem here, is when you have to multiply by 1/2, just take whatever y equaled and multiply what y equaled by 1/2. Okay, that way you get that 2x, and then reflecting it makes it a negative 2x. Part B. We have a new equation, and we need to figure out now what happened. What changed it? Well, let's talk about the 2 into a 6. How does 2 become 6? Hopefully, you'll be able to tell me the answer is that it has been multiplied by 3. Well, if it's been multiplied by 3, that means it has been vertically stretched by a factor of 3. So that is one type of transformation. Now, something else I'm going to notice is there was nothing in the back before, but now there's this -1. So if we have to subtract 1, what does that mean if we subtract 1 at the end? That means, number 2, that it has been translated down 1 unit. So those are the different transformations that it has taken. Let's go to the got it 5a. It says the graph of g of x is the graph of f of x equals x, vertically stretched by a factor of 2. Okay, so we've got vertically stretched, and then it's been translated down 3 units. Here we go. So the original was y equals x. The new one, how do we vertically stretch it? We mean multiply by 2. That does the vertical stretch. Okay? Multiplying it by 2 does the vertical stretch. Subtracting 3 in the back, that does the translating down. Now the last thing we need to do is they wanted it to be called g of x. So we do g of x equals 2x minus 3. Last one, part B. What transformations have happened to the x squared? So we need to take a look. We have x squared, and our question is, how did it become x plus 4 quantity squared minus 2? Let's deal with the plus 4. That plus 4 is with the x, right? Since that plus 4 is with the x, it moves left or right. A plus 4 means it has been moved to the left 4 units, and that is translated. It has been translated 4 units. This minus 2 in the back, that means it's been translated down 2 units. So if it's in the back, okay, I'm going to say it one more time. If it's in the back without being with x, it's been up or down. If it's with the x inside parentheses, it's left and right. Alright, now that's it. You can get a head start if you want. I know it's been a long lesson, but if you want to get a head start, go ahead. But just make sure you put all your answers on a piece of graph paper so you have a visual of how much it's going to be. Are you going to pause the video and try to copy it, huh? This is what my homework looks like. Okay, so you'll need a front piece of graph paper. Alright, have a good night.